Look, all these teams all of a sudden are coming after Paul George, or at least once the Pacers made it known that, hey, anybody can have him, maybe this is what spurred the Lakers into action. But it
seems see it like that.
You don't see it that way.
Look, if you're the Lakers, let the Pacers play themselves. Don't let them play you. What I don't understand is why the urgency for Indiana. Like, this could not have come out of nowhere, Paul George's infatuation with Los Angeles. That was the worst kept secret in the league. So if you let it go this long, why are you putting this deadline of the draft to move him out of town if you're Indiana and leaving yourself with even less leverage? Is this one of those, I know that you know that I know that you know that we have no leverage, so let me have this artificial deadline to maybe make you feel desperate with all these rumors that you're talking about, desperate enough to want him now versus perhaps losing him in a year if things change and make you come up off of the number 2 pick or Brandon Ingram. If you're the Lakers, you hold steady in that position. We are not giving up Brandon Ingram or the number 2 pick this year. We really don't want to give up Randall or D'Angelo Russell or even Jordan Clarkson if we don't have to. If they just want to give them Paul George, that's one thing. But if you're the Lakers, you want L.A., L.A. will still be here a year from now. Do not let the Lakers play you and make you come up with one of those premium assets.
Indiana
play, excuse me, yes.
Look, I just feel like, especially I think once the Cavs, that name got involved, and I guess to some degree also Boston, I think the Lakers, I don't want to say they panicked a little bit because obviously I don't know that, but I don't blame them for sort of coming off their position a little bit and thinking like, hey, okay, let's just be real about this. If Paul George goes to play with LeBron and then all of a sudden his eyes are opened in a different way, even though he's told all these teams that he fully intends to become a free agent, then maybe things change. I am with you generally. Like, I don't think the Lakers, look, if they want to take, I'll say this. Here's the compromise. If they want to take, say, Julius Randle, I would even say Clarkson. I would throw him in that mix. I would say everybody but Brandon Ingram and the number 2 pick this year. If they want to have at any of the combination of somebody to get Paul George, fine.
But that brings me back to Indiana. If you're Indiana, why do you want anything but that? Like, right. It feels like if you draw this thing out to the deadline, there's a difference to me between getting something for Paul George and taking or accepting anything for Paul George. And anything short of number 2 or Ingram, you're accepting anything you can get from the Lakers. Am I reading the article or information differently than you? Because you keep saying that the Lakers panicked and picked up the phone.
Maybe not panicked, but it just...
I see this as the Pacers saying, you sure? We got Cleveland on the other line. We got, Boston on the other line. Are you sure, Magic, you want to mess around?
I get it.
That's kind of how I read it.
Well, and look, if you're them, if you're the Pacers, the trade partner you probably want is L.A., given the fact that they do have such good young pieces, and you know that they have this number 2 pick. Because, look, as it stands with Cleveland, yeah, that would mean Kevin Love more than likely. And, of course, it seems like based off the reports, they would need a third team involved. You're not building anything around Kevin Love. So, of course, they want to, again, start from scratch and really kind of blow this thing up and start with a good young piece. So I get it. But, again, if you're L.A., do you want to, can you stomach and be okay with the fact that Paul George may wind up in a Cleveland uniform next year?
Yes, because you don't know what LeBron's doing. Okay, there's whispers about what LeBron may do after that. Absolutely, if he wants L.A., wait this thing out. Do not play yourself like the Knicks did with Melo. If you're the Lakers, you have no incentive to bail the Pacers out by helping them salvage a situation that they've screwed up. I will say this, though. The other teams are interesting real quick. We talked about the Cavaliers. Everybody knows the Clippers need to upgrade at the 3 spot. Washington? Washington's out there. That's the one that, like, for what? For who and for what? If Washington were to get Paul George, they were already on the cusp of maybe challenging Cleveland. They think they could have given Cleveland more of a run than Boston, obviously, did not in the playoffs. That's the intriguing name that just got mentioned.